Hey guys, hope you're having a good week so far and hope you had a good weekend. In environmental, we're going to ask you guys to do a press release that was similar to the one that we had you guys do for climate change. There is a lab that goes with it. We're going to give you guys all the data you need in the lab. Unfortunately, since we're not going to be together, we can't carry out the investigation and actually do the research. So we've given you all of the research within a data table. I'm going to take a few minutes and show you guys what we want you to do. You will notice in your assignment for the week that there is only one assignment. This is going to take you guys through Wednesday and Friday. So we're looking for you guys to submit the final press release on Friday, and that will be your assignment for this whole week. Okay, now I'm going to take you guys through the assignment itself and kind of highlight some of the instructions that you guys have to go through. Okay guys, this is the assignment that you have for the week. You can see it says pollution investigation, Lakeville press release. Your learning target is I can write a press release to the community of Lakeville that informs the residents about the types of water pollution found in the water and how it can impact the local environment or human health. You can see at the top there's a blue instructions. Anything that you see in blueprint, you guys are going to have to fill out those parts. So there might be questions, there might be highlighting. You guys just have to take whatever it says in those blue instructions and put it into your assignment. So I'm going to scroll down to the first one. You can see that there's a background information and then the town of Lakeville in the map here. And then right here, this is your first section that you guys are going to do. It says pre-lab questions about Lakeville. All you have to do is go back in the reading and answer these questions. Okay guys, in the second part, we're going to ask you to highlight information within the reading. So I'm going to show you guys really quick how to use the highlighter function in Google Docs. So in your Google toolbar, what you guys are going to be looking for is the little icon I have highlighted here. As you can see, it's next to your font controls, and it's just a highlighter color. What you do is you just highlight that button and then you pick the color you want to highlight in. I would suggest going with a neutral color so you can actually see the text. So I'm going to go with the traditional yellow, and I'm going to keep it pale so I can see it, but it doesn't hurt my eyes. Once you click on that, you have your highlighter. We're going to ask you guys to identify 3 pieces of information about potential pollutants. So right here are those 3 questions. The first one is where can these chemicals or bacteria be found? And then which locations in the river or the big lake back in that map in the first section would those locations be? What are the environmental problems that can result? What are human health problems that could result? And these are all things we're asking you guys to report in your press release. So looking at nitrates, the first thing I'm going to look for is where can these be found? So reading through, it says high levels of nitrates may be caused by artificial fertilizers or by nitrogen-rich sewage being washed down rivers, lakes, and aquifers. So this part right here tells me where those come from, and I can go back up in my map. So I'm going to scroll back up to my map and I'm going to look. So fertilizers we talked about in our last unit are located on farms, so it could be coming from possibly the dairy farm. And then it also said from sewage. So if we're talking about a dairy farm, again, possible that there could be sewage coming off of that. That's really the only location I can see. So it's most likely to come from location A. If you want to put a note in there or which sample it is. Might be helpful. Okay, next question. What environmental problems result from these pollutants? So if I keep reading, nitrates can cause an excessive enrichment in the water, leading to rapid growth of plants such as algae. Decomposers then feed on the dead green algae and use up the oxygen in the water. The reduced oxygen content in the water may cause the death of fish or other water animals. Okay, so that sounds a heck of a lot like eutrophication. So I'm going to highlight, didn't mean to highlight my text, meant to highlight the information. And then the last question says, what are human health problems? Let's look at this last part of the reading. High levels of nitrates in drinking water is harmful to newborn babies. It is also thought nitrates contribute to stomach cancer, although the evidence of this is unproven. Okay, so I know for sure it's harmful to babies, so I'm going to highlight this information, this part. I can say is possible, but not proven. So I've highlighted my 3 pieces of information about nitrates. This is what we'd like to see you guys. Here you guys can see the test results. There's a couple questions you have to answer with those. And then the last part we're going to ask you guys to do is the press release. I just want to show you guys how to access the press release. Again, we are not asking for this to be done until Friday, April 24th. We're going to ask you guys to do this in a Google Doc. So you can see here you have the intro and the premise that you're writing. When you get to this point, just click on the link to the Google Doc. When you open your Google form, it should look like this. You guys can see we're asking you to write a paragraph that explains the pollutants that got into the water supply. So you just have to tell us what the pollutant is, where the pollutant is coming from, how can it affect the health of the citizens or the people of Lakeville, and how does it impact the environment. In order to enter your paragraph, you just have to scroll down and click on where it says type your first paragraph. You guys have any follow-up questions, please feel free to reach out to us for clarifications. Hope you guys have a great day.